What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mob Ties Wrestling Podcast. We're gonna go over Dynamite here in a second. We're gonna share a couple things real quick, and then we'll jump right at it.
Yes, sir. Jump it on the link right now, and I'm gonna send it out. Epic night last night, though, for sure. There you go. Right, I got it right here. Sending it in there.
Just read another thing. People are retarded.
Yeah,
Oh, my
listen.
bad. Didn't mean to say that. That's just,
Yeah,
some people are not intelligent. Let's go with that.
there you go. I sent it. I sent it to your inbox, bro. I
Okay.
think your direct one. Oh, it's in the other one too now. I sent it in. Boom, go there.
All
Um,
right.
Start off whenever you want. I'm just gonna send this out to the group chats. Go
Yep.
ahead.
So AEW Dynamite in Boston. So they started off immediately with the Mercedes Moné and Athena. And before we start or go on any further, Mob Miz here was actually there live at the show, so he's got a bunch of details and insights for us to go over with. But we'll start off with the Athena and Mercedes match, and that match was crazy. I think the craziest spot was when Mercedes went into the barricade, the electronic barricade, and not only did it shut that one off when she hit it, the rest of them started tripping for the rest of the night, and you could just tell throughout the whole episode, and
Yeah,
that shit had me laughing. I was like, "Damn, she hit it that hard."
yeah,
But no, the match itself was freaking crazy good, and, of course, Mercedes got the win by roll up, but,
yeah.
I
Most
just feel like Athena's gonna come back and screw her over. I don't think Mercedes is winning the Owen Hart
Yeah,
Cup.
I don't think neither. I don't think so neither. We definitely got to do a a stream strictly for the Owen too. But yeah, I would say I don't think she's gonna win it. The match was crazy. The spots that I really, the spots I liked other than the one you just named, that power slam Athena caught her with on the apron, like when she like
Yeah.
that was pretty sick. Also, the stunner to the outside after Mercedes missed the double stomp off the apron. But the match, I mean, think they picked the perfect match for the night to start the night.
I like that it went on for, like, past 20 minutes too. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah, it was a lengthy match. Them women
Yeah.
got to put on a showcase, um, which I'm sure they've been begging for these length matches for a while. Oh,
Yeah, right.
turn that off.
Oh,
Um,
man.
But all in all, I think the match was amazing. I think they left wiggle room for them to re-entertain this match down the road.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for sure.
already jumped on Twitter right after the match and said, "Run it back." So
Yeah, you run it back. Exactly. They will.
yeah,
They're probably gonna be facing each other at All In,
I
so
think so. I think so. I mean,
yeah.
Athena's from out there, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she does it. She definitely deserves
I
it.
didn't hear any well, I heard, like, 2 people in that whole crowd chant Athena's name last night on TV. You could hear it, but
Bro,
only, like, 2 of them.
no, no, listen, listen. He was beside me, like the
It
one
was oh, was he?
literally
Yeah.
beside me. Uh, and then there was one on the other side. But yo, bro, they was going hard. Athena, Athena. Like yo,
Yeah.
you could hear them over everybody. Feel me? Then they got in some Athena CEO back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Heard
I
that
know
too.
I know the couple of guys. She actually on the other side, I think she did have a little audience because in the beginning, they was kind of they gave was chanting her for a while. And the Athena CEO chants went back and forth. The building energy was crazy last night, bro.
Yeah,
It-
the
yeah,
crowd sounded really good last night. So
yeah, they was live from beginning to end
good sold out arena too, right? Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. Couldn't
yeah,
even get extra tickets. I mean,
yeah,
period. So for anybody that says 1,000 people was in there, it's crazy.
yeah.
Even the camera side was full. There was no empty seats in that building.
Right, and you can see it on TV too. They they showed that off. So
Yep,
not a single empty seat from what I could tell. So
yep. They gave you the full 360 view of that arena.
yep,
Anybody that think there's a empty seat didn't watch the show because you see
yeah,
there's not. It's
right,
like, and
exactly.
it's kind of blatantly obvious.
Some guy was arguing with me earlier about it being a 5,000 seat arena and only sold 3,000,
Yeah.
or it did sell over 3,000, and there
Yeah.
weren't any tickets left. So
Yeah, there was no tickets. There
yeah,
was no tickets left. So, if he could have came there waiting in the line and tried to sneak in the building if he liked, but to
yeah,
think that it wasn't a sellout is crazy. Granted, it's not a 10,000 seater, but
right,
for what they set it up for, they sold out everything.
yeah, correct. All right. So what happened after that Mercedes match?
After the Mercedes, Tony appeared in the audience, which was another
Tony Storm. Yeah, yeah,
legendary
that's right.
moment for Austin. Um, She Tony appeared in the audience. Well, first, I was messed up part is I slipped off to get a drink right when the pin happened
Yeah,
because it was a bar a bar set up right behind what you were saying. Um, and right when I went to get out the seat, I heard Tony's music go on, right? And when I went to go look down, I'm looking to the entrance because that's kind of where we was at. The
yeah,
spotlight just banged off into the crowd, and she was like across
right
from where
there.
we was sitting in the audience. That actually was pretty hilarious.
That's
Um,
cool.
yeah, she's something else.
Right.
What did you think of her claps at the
Yeah.
end of the
I just
match?
hope she does it for the next match too. Like goes in there and from the crowd, a different random spot, and
Yeah,
does the exact same thing again.
yeah, I agree.
That way, they're not just showing it to Mercedes because if they do that, I'm thinking maybe Mercedes does win the whole thing. But
Yeah,
yeah, so I don't
yeah,
know, just worrying about nothing, I guess. But it
yeah.
was cool. It was definitely really cool.
Yeah, definitely like what they're doing. It was a obviously it's not like wrestlers don't go into the crowd, but it was just I think it was a good spot for that.
Yeah, for sure.
The next thing that came up after that was Hangman with Renee, and he gets interfered by the Bucks and Okada.
Yeah,
They,
that part was actually pretty funny when Hangman was walking away and Okada was like, "Bitch,"
you know,
and then
it's,
Hangman comes back and gets in his face. He's like, "Smile more."
yeah,
And yeah, I
it's
love Okada, bro. He's
yo,
one of my favorites.
yeah, I don't know why like don't get me wrong. The thing is Okada is one of the best wrestlers in the world, so I know a lot of people, is
Yeah,
trying to use the fact that he's kind of like doing funny stuff now.
yeah,
But in other promotions they would love this.
yeah,
So it don't use it over here like another company can't do it. But the thing is this, right? We know what Okada brings to the table in the ring. So you
oh
can't
yeah,
question that.
yeah,
He's finding character, he's finding charisma, you know what I'm saying?
right,
He's finding, he's also learning the language, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Better and better. So I like what they're doing with him. They're making him comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So once
right, yeah,
he's learning how to joke in English and stuff like that, eventually he'll be super comfortable to talk in English. And I think this is bigger than him just wrestling. Like we know he can
yeah,
wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You gotta
You can tell he's enjoying himself too with these
yeah,
skits. So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. I also like the fact that Hangman does always look angry, and that
yeah,
they played into that. But he's like, "Why you always look so mad?" Like,
yeah. Smile more.
yeah. So I like what they're doing there. Um, Eventually, they're gonna have a feud. I think it probably be over a heavyweight title though. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be cool if Hangman wins it at All In, and then a couple months down the line, Okada and him
yeah.
face each other. That'd be a
It's
big match.
that's a big feud.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think they're realizing how big. Well, obviously you do. He's your favorite. Um,
Yeah.
and I think maybe some of the AEW fan base, but I don't think outside of that people are realizing how big of a star Hanger is right now. Like
Oh yeah.
he's a
Well,
big deal right now.
I think even if you don't watch AEW, you know that the
Yeah,
big talk is Hangman. Yeah.
yeah, but what I mean is though, you got like for example those pipe shots like when people say Hangman and MJF should go to WWE to learn how to be a star. So then you got that delusional fan base
Yeah.
that Nikki was talking to yesterday. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they eat that type of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's that portion of people I feel like is actually the majority of fan bases. It probably has the biggest fan base. It's the people that, you know, not paying attention, pretty delusional, can only
Exactly.
watch one thing, you know.
Yeah.
So you gotta praise the man for knowing his audience.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
it.
So
After
uh,
after that one,
it was the
uh,
match, wasn't it?
yep,
Yeah.
Hanger and Alexander. Go ahead.
Hangman came out with his music. Looked great when he walked out too, man. It was he just looked like he wasn't messing around. And of course the music hit for Josh Alexander and his name popped up on the screen and I was like, "Oh, yes." So I was pretty happy about who the wild card was. I wasn't upset or nothing. Wasn't disappointed. So it was somebody who hey, we haven't seen yet. So that's always a good surprise.
For sure.
Uh, a lot of people were saying him or Jack Perry. So and I'd be happy with either one or whoever. I guess just as long as it wasn't somebody like we've seen before. Like I'm not gonna lie, if Jeff Jarrett came out, I was gonna probably be like a little upset.
Yeah, I
But
would have been disappointed if it was Jeff Jarrett too. Not because I don't like him, just
yeah,
because yeah, I wasn't interested in that.
right.
Um, so I would
Yeah,
agree 100% on that part of it.
yeah.
What else you saying?
Um, overall match was really good. A lot of good back and forth, a lot of technical wrestling, and then the multiple lariats that Hangman hit. He hit a like a, I guess they call it a spinning lariat or
See, it's
something
talking
like
about
that,
this. He's
where he
up.
just spun
Yeah,
around in the ring and then hit it. That was pretty gruesome.
yeah, he's getting crazy with
And
hilarious.
then
Keep Larry at this point.
yeah, then suplexes by Josh Alexander are really good. Like
Yeah,
he knows how to do a suplex. So
he's a
uh,
suplex machine for sure.
yeah, but I think some of the most exciting stuff happened even after the match too. With the Don Callis going over talking to Josh Alexander and Josh Alexander going in and uh, hitting Hangman with another suplex actually, and
Yeah,
then uh, I guess maybe they'll Josh Alexander will be on the Don Callis family. So
definitely a big possibility. I'd say great match. I like that they're building intrigue for the Kyle Fletcher and Hangman on
yeah,
top of that the Alexander, wondering what's going on with that. Um I know we're getting close to 8, so I'll kind of be a little bit briefer. Basically,
oh
all in
yeah,
all, great match, good spot for Alexander. I think it worked, and I'm interested to see where they go from there.
yeah, me too. Um, so
We're
you want to
almost
just keep going, and then just we'll do collision show just a little bit later tonight after the show.
yeah, I think yeah,
Okay,
we're definitely not gonna cut off. We don't got that much
okay,
more to go over.
okay.
The next thing was the patriarchy promo with Nick Wayne, where Pops
Oh yeah,
actually turns.
Christian was
uh,
back. Yeah,
Yeah, Christian
yeah,
comes back and he puts him in a match with Commander for the ROH title.
yeah. That'll be a pretty good matchup.
What
That'd
was your
be
what
good.
was your thoughts?
Um, obviously, see they're about to break up, so
Yeah,
which I like. I think it's about time that they do.
yeah,
And do you know why Christian and Cope are going to be together soon
yeah,
as a tag team again? So,
yeah,
uh, so I'm pretty happy where it's going. Yeah,
yeah.
no
I,
disappointment.
yeah,
So
I'm waiting for signs that to see Christian turning dark so they can start getting towards this brood stuff. That's
yeah, I hope they go Brood
I'm
too. Yeah,
joking, but I hope they do
yeah,
too.
yeah,
But either way, good to see Christian back. don't got
Right.
too much to say on that segment other than I'm here for the push of Nick Wayne, and
Yeah.
we know what Chris is bringing to the
Yeah.
table.
Push Nick Wayne 2025. Yep.
Yeah. The next match is the Syndicate first versus the Gates for the
Gates of
tag
Agony.
straps. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, a lot of brutal hits in that match, especially with the against Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin at the beginning. They were kind of getting their
Yeah.
butts handed to them at
Yeah.
first, and then of course they turn it over and they win. I was surprised that MJF didn't do something during the match, but I mean he came out after. We'll get to that, but
Yeah.
as far as the actual match goes, Bobby hit a pretty sick spear
Yeah.
to Loa, I think. Uh,
I think he might have got for the pin.
no, it was on the outside, I
Oh, that
think.
was yeah, lower. He got lower. Yeah,
Loa, yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one.
bro.
And then
I seen that from the crowd. It was crazy.
I bet.
The angle I see that was pretty insane.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts on it?
Um, I want to say good match, hard hitting. The Gates probably deserve a more prominent role
Yeah,
on
a
TV.
bigger push too. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah, they like you said in the beginning, they was coming off extremely strong in the beginning of that match. Um, those are the type of matches that the Syndicate need because
yeah.
those are the only type of
They
matches.
need those heavy hitters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause those are the only type of teams that's believable that can really probably beat them.
right.
So I wouldn't mind them going at it again. Tell you the
Yeah,
truth. Um,
I wouldn't mind it either.
yeah, but I really enjoyed the match. Obviously Syndicate kept the belts. Um, what did you think of MJF coming out after with the ladies and all the
You, you
extra
see my
stuff?
post last night?
Yeah,
It reminds me of the. It
Godfather,
got me flashbacks of The Godfather,
the
but
whole
of
chain.
course they kept it casual. They called them ladies, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I don't even know if you could say the whole chain anymore. But
probably not.
hey, I didn't make it up. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, that's just what it got me thinking of though, because that's how they walked out. He brings in like one group, and then the
yeah,
second group, and like a third
yeah,
group.
they
Yeah.
did. The funny part is, I actually was sitting next to a woman at the show, and she was a photographer, and I think she's
Mm.
a wrestler in training.
Oh,
Um,
hmm.
I'll shout her out once I check out her name. I'll shout her on the next episode. But one of the women down there was actually one of her friends.
Oh,
Like
okay.
that was
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, there was somebody had pointed it out that there was an ex NXT uh wrestler, a part of that, part of the ladies. I
I,
don't remember the name, unfortunately, but
I didn't.
it's on X right now.
Yeah, figure that out later. But what did you think about the actual back and forth exchange with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate, minus the
Yeah.
ladies?
I don't know, man. Shelton Benjamin had me cracking up
Yeah.
because he was like checking them out and stuff, and
Mhm.
then they went
A
up to
little
the
more,
watch.
a little more time.
Yeah, he kept saying, "What time is it?" And he's talking about the watch. He's about to run MJF's watch, or he did, I guess.
Yeah, he did. He gave it
I
to him.
can't believe he ran his watch, bro.
He gave it to him.
Give
He
me
knows.
that watch.
He know. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
I think he's because him and Shelton actually have a relationship before AEW.
yeah,
He knows that he's gonna get Shelton to eventually give him the thumbs up. So he's just pampering Shelton.
yeah,
Shelton's just stuck in the middle. But even if you've seen when they did the backstage interview, kind of right after, Shelton
mhm,
was kind of telling Bobby he's kind of on board now. And then I mean MVP kind of broke it down to Bobby. Kind of, I like where this is going when he said, "Bro,
yeah,
um, said you're taking this personal. Like you
yeah.
don't gotta like him. Like this is where the hurt
This is
business.
business. Yeah,
Business, you know what I'm saying?
think about the business. Yeah,
But remember what I said. Remember I told you maybe last week on the stream I said MJF's gonna bring them he's gonna bring them Cedric. That's what he's
yeah, yeah.
and
I'll be looking out for that.
you notice he was hitting today. He was like, you know what I got in the back today?
Oh yeah,
This time
yeah.
it was the women.
That's
But
what. But I thought it was Cedric too. That's
one of
what
these,
I immediately thought of.
one of these
Yeah,
times coming up, that's what he's bringing you. He's gonna
yeah,
bring you Cedric. I
heck
mean,
yeah. Then they're gonna be on board.
Yep,
Yep,
that's gonna be the one thing that's gonna get Bobby on board. He's
heck
gonna
yeah,
get they're gonna get Shelton on board with MVP, and then he's gonna bring Cedric to get Bobby on board. That's what I think
exactly.
is gonna happen. Um, how do you just overall thoughts of where that angle is going? What do you think of it?
I like it. I enjoy it. Good story. They've had really good matches so far too. Defend their championships. The groups like MJF's hilarious, bro,
Yeah,
and so are the Shelton's hilarious too, and that whole group. They're gonna be together eventually. So
sure.
I can't wait to see where it goes. Um, they crack me up, and it's just entertaining to watch. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree. I agree. I think that has a cool dynamic to it, and I want him to join just for a little bit. You know, he's not going to be there for long, but
right.
I do want to see him join. What about you? Thumbs up, thumbs down on him joining?
Thumbs up, bro.
Absolutely. Um, second to last match of the night, which I know this a lot of people's favorites. I already got 5.5 stars
Hush.
from Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
But it's the Osprey versus Takeshita.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, another Owen match. What'd you think about that one?
I really liked it, man. I really didn't know who was going to win there for a while. They kept going back and forth a lot, and then Takeshita's a beast, bro. He just keeps taking these hits, and he's not going down much.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so I was like thinking, okay, Takeshita's about to win this, and it'll be like Takeshita versus Hangman probably. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this match. It was really good. The moves executed were good. I like that Will Ospreay played into his neck injury thing. Um, I like how strong Takeshita looked. So
yeah,
uh, overall, yeah, it's just probably one of my favorite matches of the night too.
yeah. I mean, warranted. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really get much better in a wrestling ring than what they did. Especially when you put these two together. Both unique, special talents. Um, I wanted Osprey to win, but like you said, I don't think that I wasn't for certain he was gonna win that match when it started. I had an
Right.
idea, or
Right.
basically that's what I would have did. But the match, I deserve the five
Yeah.
stars. I mean, if you're gonna give out 5-star matches, what people gotta realize is I seen someone debating the other day, and this is not saying they're wrong or right, but
Mm.
just not in my opinion. The story don't play into the stars because the match is the match. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
get it if you want to say how can that be a 5-star match if the story was whack? It's because the stars is ranked on the wrestling match. Doesn't have anything to do with the story. You
Somebody
know?
said that.
Yeah, debating me the other day, high body
Well, but
that
they do. But even so, they do have background story with Will Ospreay and Don
yeah,
Callis family,
oh
and they fought each other before.
no, agree,
Like,
agree,
yeah,
agree. But
yeah,
and this
right.
is story, but that just doesn't have anything to do with it. You know, like
Yeah.
because the thing is this: when you rank a 5-star match, all that noise is out the window. They enter the ring, you're ranking off the in ring performance on a star ranking system.
Now
So
there is storytelling inside of a match,
yes, see that
and
that
that's
that
what maybe what confuses some people.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is because you could absolutely have storytelling in the match,
yeah.
and that
It
counts.
had storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that like the last 6 months of build up can make a 5-star match if you say you have a great 6 month build up.
No,
They walk into a ring, the ring is garbage, they botch, it goes 3 minutes to end the match.
you
Doesn't
could have
matter how good
right.
that story is, it can't
Exactly.
it
You can
doesn't
have the greatest story of all time, and then but the match be a complete dud. So
yeah,
yeah,
and vice versa. But the point is, it's just those rankings just off the match in the storytelling in the match, not
yeah.
outside the match. It's just in the confinement of the match. And I think that's where a lot of people get a little bit misconstrued in that situation.
Where's the story? Ooh.
I
She's
don't know. I don't. Yo, that's a meme, by the way. I'm gonna get you with that one.
alright, bet.
Um, Yeah, good match. I like the ending. And did you have anything else you wanted to touch on it before we go to the last match?
It was a kick-ass match. It might be my match of the night. Don't know yet. we'll get there, but,
Absolutely.
uh,
Yeah.
I like, one move that Takeshita did. He had his own hidden blade, came out
Yeah.
of nowhere, so I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it came at like
but
the wildest time. Like
right,
the way he pulled it out was pretty crazy.
right.
Um,
But other than that, that spot was probably my favorite, so that's all I got to say about that. Yeah,
I mean, you've seen I posted clips of that match probably more than any other match, so
yeah.
you kind of
Man,
see.
you had a good time, I bet.
Oh yeah, I had a hell of a good time. Um, I'll brief on that at the end too. Um, the last match is gonna be Death Riders versus the Ops with a special guest.
Yeah.
Willie
Will
Hobbs
Hobbs.
took
Yeah.
over for the injured Hook that got attacked earlier in the night. One thing I will say, and then I'm just gonna ask you your thoughts. Man, Marx's entrance was so badass yesterday.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
know how like, cause see, I see it when they do this, like in a bunch of other arenas, they coming through the door. Like even Cardona did it at the Ring of Honor, like with the Ninja Turtles get up. I loved it. It was amazing. But
Mm.
um, the entrance Marx came in is the entrance we all come in. Like
Oh, really?
he walked in off literally off this like
Off the street?
right there on the main road in Boston.
Dang. Yeah.
Like I knew, like people knew to go downstairs that he was about to walk it. I didn't know. I guess it looked like he literally just pulled up, gave someone to park his car, and walked in the building. Like the way
Maybe.
he did
Yeah.
that, it was like no gimmick involved. It was like that's what happened.
He
Yo,
just showed up.
yeah, watching it like that, and like the Death Riders was waiting in the inside for me, just came in off the street, regular clothes. Like
Nice.
when you watch it from that aspect, yo, fuck the Moxley hate. That's that dude right now. Like
Yeah.
Mox is that guy. You know what I'm saying? The story obviously had ups and downs and for people, and I think it's kind of probably still kind of treading where it could go,
Yeah.
different ways.
Well, what do you think about them dropping the titles, though?
I think it was the best move. Pac's injured. They're talking about like maybe 4 months,
Yeah.
something like that. That's not good.
No. No.
The
Not
reason
at all.
why this works perfect, you don't want Mox have to defend those trio titles with them. You know,
Right.
it's
It
gonna it's gonna
People were already getting upset that he was in the match. Yeah.
there you go.
So,
So you don't
yeah.
want that damper. The second thing is you just grab momentum, which AEW sometimes has a problem with. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
With
Like
Samoa Joe. Well, yeah.
not just Joe, Hobbs could have been in the dock area where he just had momentum and fell off, right? Or
Yeah.
just wasn't prominent, right?
Right.
Um, right now, you grab him while the iron's hot. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? And then when the Hook comes back, it would just bring more intrigue to the situation, right?
Right. Yeah.
But it's good to put the belts on Joe and them because now you could give them TV time and use the trios titles. Like
Yeah.
Death Riders
Right.
not really using them that much, and
And we said before, Death Riders don't even need those belts. Like,
exactly.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're more like I would prefer Claudio to go get a singles title
Right. Yeah. Me
than
too.
them
Yeah.
be like he's a powerhouse too. He doesn't need to be in a trio or a tag team or anything. So
Mm-mm.
I would push Claudio more and make him, a similar monster. Maybe even lead to him turning on Mox and wanting the
Yeah.
belt,
Maybe.
something like
Yeah.
that. But I know there's still gotta probably wait to move up the ladder, but I think Claudio probably could be used a little bit better once they get towards the end of this story. But
Yeah.
I am happy they dropped the belts. I
Me
don't
too.
think they need them no more. What did
That
you
was a
think?
good call. I thought it was a real good call to do that. Exactly what you just said. What I kind of pitched in on already is uh, Death Riders don't even need the belts, and with Pac being out, it's either relinquish the titles or do exactly what they did last night.
Yeah,
Which so I like that more because we got a match out of it, and mm,
absolutely.
yeah.
Joe got
So
another belt in Boston.
yeah,
He
he,
he dropped a
did he
fat.
get did he get the world championship in Boston?
I don't know. I think he might have because here's the thing, right? I don't know if this was live on air or off air. I have recorded though. I'll send it to you. He said that he won every title he's ever had in Massachusetts.
Oh, shit. I did
I
not
didn't
know
know
that.
that. He said
Yeah.
he's one thing that people didn't know. He's like, I'm like Tom Brady around these pots. He
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was off air then.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
yeah.
see that.
And they popped bottles. They came out with bottles of Moet and some
I
more.
saw that at the
Actually,
end.
they had the either no, they had the either the it's the green one, like the I don't know. It's the one that I didn't want to say his name.
Champagne?
Yeah,
But
but the one that I think the Diddler used to have, maybe Sean Don or something.
oh,
One of those like crazy expensive um champagnes, but they came out. Will Ospreay came out with one.
yeah.
They came out with two or three more after. Speedball, AI Fox, they all came out. There was like 30 of them in the ring.
You know, they were having a party
Yeah,
because of what this, episode accomplished. They
yeah,
passed,
yeah. They had
WCW Nitro.
we knew what the bottles meant. It was a
Yeah.
celebration.
We knew why the ladies were there too.
Yeah, we didn't they didn't need to say anything. We
No,
knew,
they
you
were
know?
partying.
But
Heck yeah.
that's also what shows you the maturity. Why I told like, yo, people that think that TK is still gonna respond to everything, they're winning. You just gotta pay
Yeah.
attention. You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't
Like
have
you
to
don't gotta
respond
gloat
anymore.
no more. You just pop the bottle and smile. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
He's got the millions and millions of dollars now from the TV deal
And,
or
eh,
the streaming deal.
and people
Well,
if
both,
people don't
but
if people don't realize why they lowered the venues too, let me fill in some people. I'm gonna help them. Life.
please do.
All right. When you're not getting money from a TV deal, it's probably a little beneficial to take the risk to buy big stadiums and chance to sell more tickets, right? Once you got $185 million a year TV deal, you don't need to do that no more. So that the smaller arenas, it doesn't you're getting paid off the TV deal now. You don't need to worry about too much about selling 30,000, 50,000 tickets every week.
And these small arenas were booked way in advance, so we're
This
gonna see those for a while.
yeah.
Yeah,
Think 3 to 5,000 tickets, 3,000 to 5,000 tickets weekly, right?
yeah,
Paying for cheaper venues,
right?
and you got the TV deal money coming in now.
Yeah.
It's actually just gaining. It's
And every live show I've been to, those merch stands they get sold
not
out.
listen,
So,
bro.
you know they're killing it on merch.
But
So,
when you're getting more money and you're investing less, I mean, it's kind of a common sense thing here.
yeah.
When they're selling out 5,000 weekly, I'm sure they'll move it up again. But right now, he's getting TV money. You don't need to overinvest in weekly money that he doesn't necessarily need to spend.
They're
Um,
already they are selling more, it looks like, tickets-wise,
oh,
this year versus last year. Especially with Dynasty, they sold an extra 1,300 more, close to 2,000, I think, but
things have been going up for sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, Tony Khan doesn't need to put
It,
this in your face anymore or nothing like that.
was it like that. That he was. I
Yeah,
feel like when you're arguing, you're really in the fight, so you're mad. It gets to you more.
yeah,
You're fighting. Once you won, the
yeah,
pressure's on. I ain't arguing with you no more. Like, what are you doing?
yeah.
You know what I'm
People
saying?
are still trying to argue with me based on, like, the max numbers and all that, and that have
Even
been
though
confirmed on a media call and
not even
other
they got confirmed after that again. They got
yeah,
confirmed not even by Tony. Like analytics companies confirmed it and broke down how they got those numbers, and
yep,
people are just silent. Like the thing is this, I don't even understand why that bothers people. Like the only time it would even bother me, say somebody told me my favorite show had 2 viewers this week. Only part of that would bother me is, are you canceling my favorite show?
yeah,
If it's not getting canceled, if someone comes out and
yeah,
says, look, there could be no viewers on this for the next 10 years, I don't give a fuck how many people watch that. I like it, right? Unless something's in danger of getting canceled, nobody cares. So the same thing on the flip side. When they're doing great, I don't care. If I don't like your show, I don't like it. Doesn't matter how many people watched it. I'm
and
not a follower.
and if you don't like a show, why do you talk about it nonstop?
Yeah, because
That I don't get that part of it at
no,
all.
I don't talk about shows I don't like.
No,
If I'm saying something bad about a show, I'll tell you the truth. It's because
yeah,
I want it to get better. Because I probably do like it. Like I don't talk about things that I don't like. It's not worth my time. I'm saying?
Easy there. JD said that once, but he meant something completely different.
Yeah, listen, yeah, JD is an angry troll. I'm
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I think what did I watch? You know who got him the best? I don't know if you
Who?
see. Um, did you see like he had like a 1 week argument or back and forth with Conan, right?
God, I guess I didn't see it.
Bro, just go watch the short. Conan literally destroys him in like a 30-second short. It's like
Oh, I gotta see this. Yeah.
never he doesn't never need to respond to him again, bro. It's like he just did him dirty.
And Conan, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Conan did
He
him dirty.
I
Mm,
bet he did. I bet he
yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
Just when you get a chance, check that out. The
alright,
the
will
last
do.
thing we'll say, and then we'll jump off because it's 8:12. Um, we had the Bucks at the end. They came out. We have a
Did?
lot going on. Yep, the Bucks came out at the end
That
of that
must
match. Yep, I'm gonna tell you in case you missed it. So
yeah, okay.
the Bucks came out. Tried to excuse me. Willow came out first. So
Hmm.
Willow and Marina's going at it. Or she might have came out second. I might be saying that wrong. But the Bucks came out, tried to interfere. Someone distracted one of them with like a Jordan, like in the audience. And when he went to go look at the sneaker, I thought dude was asking him to sign it. The dude beside him turned around and it was Swerve in a hoodie.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, Swerve got at Matt over there in the corner. Then while all that was going on, is kind of when the I believe the Moxie got choked out like in the middle of like all that happening. What did you think of
Oh, yeah.
that's
Okay,
how Moxley got caught up because there was
yeah.
like a lot going on
That's
and what
why he got choked out.
yeah what
Okay,
usually plays to his benefit, Joe's sneaky. Joe was like,
yeah,
not this time, brother. It caught
and
you. I mean,
he's probably got a meaner grab, like a chokehold than Moxley does.
look
'Cause
at his
yeah,
arms. I mean, doesn't
yeah.
it when Joe grabs you, it really looks like you can't breathe. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gone, bro.
Yeah,
You
when
gone.
Mox grabs you, gotta bring you to the floor and do the rank up,
Yeah.
the wrench thing.
Joe's just standing up the whole time.
It's like Joe just looks like you don't got room in his arms for you to breathe.
No,
Eh,
not
What
at
did
all.
last thing I want to ask you before we do the match of the night though? What
Yeah.
did you think about Moxley actually being the one to get choked out?
Actually taking the fall?
Yeah,
Yeah, that bothered me a little bit, just because that's the world champion. I was thinking maybe Claudio Wheeler Yuta shoulda taken
Willer
that.
Yuta is obviously goaded now. He's not taking no more pins. He's getting the pins.
He's been pinned out, literally.
He's winning. He's the one getting the pins now in the matches. He's not taking them no more.
Hell no.
That's I'm telling you.
Yeah,
He's the young Wolverine now. Grew out the
but
beard, the hair.
it made Samoa Joe look a hell of a lot stronger and, looked like maybe he could be the competitor for Double or Nothing,
Uh,
but,
that's how, that's what I was thinking. I think
yeah.
this has got to be a lead up for Joe versus Mox. That's the only thing that would make sense for Moxley to be the one actually to get choked out. But I love the match. Great way to end it. What was your match of the night?
Josh Alexander versus Hangman Adam Page. And close one to that would be the Will Ospreay and Takeshita. Almost a tie for me. I might be a little biased on the Hangman one, but it was a good match too.
Yeah,
Regardless,
I
I
told you
just
about the
yeah,
Shibata match last time. Like
yeah.
sometimes you just
Go with your favorite. Yeah.
yeah,
So
especially when it's a good match. If it's your favorite and
yeah,
it's one of your favorites and it's good matches, it's kind of
yeah.
hard to go against that. Um,
Right.
I have a funny feeling Buckle would have probably went with one of those matches as well.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna jump in a different direction, and I'm gonna be a little bit biased too. Home crowd, hometown girl. I'm gonna go with Mercedes and Athena for the
Oh yeah, definitely.
match
That
of the
was.
night.
I think every match was actually dang
Oh,
good.
yes,
Uh,
there
on
wasn't
the
a
whole
bad
card.
match.
Yeah.
There was no filler in this on this card whatsoever. Um, but hey, all in out, I'm gonna say this. Obviously, being there plays a big part into this.
Yeah.
Um, but Hold on one second. Visual Lee said if there's one thing AEW has learned through the past 6 years is that it doesn't matter how many views you got, a good show is a good show. WWE may have more. All the IWC talks about AEW though. Yeah,
Truth.
yeah,
I'm
truth,
typing
truth
it
bomb.
now.
Shout out to Visual Lee to drop the truth bomb. Um and what I would
Did that
say
pop
is
up?
yeah, it popped. I see the
Okay.
pop. I see it went to a private chat. It went to me.
Uh, how do I? Oh well, maybe only you can do that part. Jump on
Nah,
the chat. We'll figure that out later. But
well, I can do this. Hold on. I just transferred it over. All right, but
cool.
so this obviously what I was gonna say is me being there could have played a, oh, you got it on there. Could have played a part into it. But this is a 10 out of a 10 show for me.
Oh yeah,
For,
for me too.
yeah, for a few reasons. I think all the segments was good and not overdone. Um
All right.
Show ran smoothly and there literally was not one bad match or one thing for me to point out as usually typically every show. And this is why I start off when doing like my thoughts on the overall is I'll find the things I don't like and then I'll compare them to the things I like and I'll make my overall assessment. Like if there was one
Yeah.
thing I didn't like, maybe I lost a point or two, eight or
Did
nine.
you not? And you probably didn't find a thing you didn't like.
Or
Then
I couldn't
yeah,
find anything on this show I didn't like. So that would be why, I
10
don't
out of 10.
typically get tens. But I'd give this a 10 out of a 10 show. I think they did everything perfect.
Yep.
What
All
about
right. Let's go watch some Collision.
let's do it. Well, Elite Mob signing out for this AEW collision and you all right, bro?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. You smoking the invisible blood?
This fucking thing.
But all right, Elite Mob signing out. Shout out to the 23 people that are in here right now. I honestly didn't look how many people was in here before, but shout out to the 23 that are in here. And we'll see you guys later. Tune in around 10:30, 10:45 Eastern time after collision. We'll be back on.
Yep, right after show, as soon as we can. So,
Absolutely.
alrighty, peace out.
Live. Enjoy.
Yep, see you.